Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vassell, and welcome back to 10,000 and Below, where I go to Board Game Geek, the largest online resource for board games, and look at games that are ranked 10,000 and lower. I think there's some cool things that you can find in this, some interesting things, and of course some bad games, but we're just taking a look at them. Today we're at 10,300, going down to 400. Let's see what we can find here. I'm doing this for the first time, looking at these games like you guys are watching. So we start with Renaissance Wars. We always take a look at the first game and the last game on the list, no matter what it is, probably. Renaissance Wars, here this is from U.S. Game Systems. I do remember when this came out. This was a fairly involved game that I was told about, and I never actually got it. This game has a lot of theming in it, and from what I understood from the game was there was just too much going on in this game. It has 111 ratings and 68 comments, but it says it's a weighted 3.0. I think the game itself wasn't that complex, but there's so much text, and it was a dense game, I guess would be the best word. That's what I've heard. Black Stories, Sex and Crime Edition. Black Stories is where you say, a man was driving down the street and crashed, but no one was killed, and yet 3 people died. What happened? And people ask you yes or no questions till they discover the weird story that happened. And this is apparently the SUV, or SVU edition. Let's see, Herotech Centrix. Oh, Centrix looks neat. You'll notice I'm always kind of attracted by these games that have these cool looking boards, like this one does. I like that. That's not a pose picture at all, because that's how we play board games. I do like how the game looks, though. I like the colors. I mean, I guess this is a self-published game from 2018. It might not be good, but it looks interesting. Did anyone review it? Okay. Well, let's jump down. We got Duple and now Doggy Bag. So Doggy Bag is a game from Antonin Bocara. This is a game that you are literally, it's not about restaurants. You're collecting bones from a bag and pulling them out, and then you have special ability tiles that you take. And I thought it was an interesting idea. It could have been better. It's a little not smooth sometimes, and it is very lucky as which bones you get from that bag. But I like the concept a lot. Doggy Bag. First Snow. I really like how some of these games, we have First Snow, and then right after that, Freezing Death, Finish Winter War. That's the second Snow. Irondale. I believe that is it a war game? I just assume. No, this is from John Cloud at Small Box Games. All right, so did I never play this one? Oh, look, this review says, here's what would happen if Carcassonne, San Juan, and Ark had a baby. All right, well, that's not a bad selling pitch here. It looks interesting, putting these together. Of course, the graphics and stuff, that's not something Small Box Games was known for. But maybe if you got another publisher to pick this up and really make it look nice, this one would do well. Then we have Boom Bessie. Boom Bessie, this is from Klaus Krauski from Ravensburger. It's showing animal butts. And you're playing cards that are higher than the last person's. Okay. I like the art a lot. Looks like a fun little card game. Ravensburger makes a lot of those. There's going to be a lot of games that we come through here that you're not going to see because they never make it to the English side of things. Dice Academy. Well, this is one of the newer games on the list here. This is one in which you're throwing out a word that starts with the letters you've been giving. So you're going to roll a bunch of dice, and then you have to match one of those dice up with a different colored category. So a game that starts with S might be Starfares of Catan or whatever. That's kind of how that works. It's a simple little game. Then Wig Out from 2004. I reviewed this, looks like 2013. Oh, yes, this is from Game Right Games. Oh, man. I do like the artwork in this. Look at those wigs. Look at that mullet. A wild and hairy card game. And there it is in Game Right's card holder. If you've never seen one of those, Game Right made a card holder for kids, so kids could hold a hand of cards without them all falling all over the place. So that's pretty fun. And so you are just, it's a fast and frenzy game that is definitely geared towards kids. Then we have Get Packing. This one I reviewed 2 years ago. This one I is okay. So Get Packing, essentially, you have these suitcases, and then you have a certain amount of items that will show you on the card, and then you just have to somehow manage to pack it in the suitcase. So it's kind of like a puzzle, and I don't mind the idea that it's a puzzle. The problem that I have with it is it's a competitive puzzle, and one person's just likely to be better than everybody else at it. But it's still, it's fun. You get these little suitcases with toys. Solomon Kane. This one is from Mythic Games. This one's going to be a big game. It's already ranked here, and it's not even out at this point in time. But I know that Sam Healy, of course, he works for Mythic Games now, but before he did, he was really, really enraptured with this one. Wow, that's beautiful art. I like that a lot. I'm looking forward to this one. Highlander, the board game, that did not do too well. Barbarossa, Blitzkrieg, Mr. Card Game. So Mr. Card Game is based on a, I was about to say massive multiplayer game. I guess it is of sorts, Kingdom of Loathing. It's been a long time since I've jumped into the Kingdom of Loathing universe. I used to play it every day. Really was involved with it, had a lot of fun. And this takes it, I mean, it looks bad, but it's actually a really clever game, some really cool stuff in the game. This was a decent game. It was not fantastic, but it was decent, especially if you like the Kingdom of Loathing. I like this game a lot more than I thought I would. As you can see, the rating is 7.5. Orbital, Love Battle High School. That does not sound like a good game. He has 5 different people fall in love with him. He has to figure out which one to take on a date. Yeah, because that happens to people all the time in high school. Yep, not interested at all. Click and Crack. I like the name of that one. Let's take a look. Oh, it's penguins. So there's ice. Oh, and cracks are coming in the ice. And you're walking along with the penguins. Those are cute little tokens. Looks like an abstract strategy game. Click and Crack. Came out in 2013. Kip It. Gotta say, this one looks neat too. Ooh, I like it. It's a seesaw. And you're just trying to get it to flip. You're trying to get rid of your blocks. So this is very, okay, this is a game and you're just putting them on one side or the other side. But if you make it, and it, I guess you'd want to put them all on one side, maybe? No, I don't know. That's interesting. It's just a bunch of blocks. This is definitely a game, if I saw it, I would give it a whirl and try it out, though. I like it. Kip It. Pass the Bomb Jr. Angkor. This one is from Schmidt Spiel. Okay. Those people did not look like they were enjoying it. Oh, it has these weird tiles. So you have to kind of crisscross them as you put them on the board. There's some plastic piece in the corner. This came out 2005. Greg Schloss reviewed it. Who's the designer? Not Happel. What else has he designed? Oh, Pecunia Non Allet, the poop game. Sam likes that game. I don't think I've seen too many of his other games, though. All right, cool. All righty, moving down. The Millionaire Coup, The War in Europe, Twilight Sparkle's Secret Shipfic Folder. I'm not saying that twice. That does not look like it is a legit game. Cuckoo. Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Oh, Cuckoo, I like this one. It's an interesting game. It's almost too complex for how many cards there are. It's really pretty there. And so you are trying to distribute the coins. So some of your flock must be higher than before it. But you can't go over 21. But if you get to 21, that's awesome. So it's kind of a play on blackjack to some degree. I liked it. I thought it was pretty neat. Footmania. Una Mio Party, Darwining. Actually, I think I have a copy of this here in the house somewhere. Got 'em. So Got 'em has a kind of a cool cover here. This is from Calliope Games. And in Got 'em, you are just basically putting these walls out, trying to trap people as you move around. So it's an interesting idea. I like the components. It has that really kind of weird abstract look to it. The cover anyway. The board itself, so it's not great, but it's a decent game, and this came out in 2012, that long ago already, huh? The Universal Fighting System, Street Fighter. The Universal Fighting System was a fighting game back and forth where they were going to try to make it so you could use different IPs against each other. Never really took off that much, but some people really enjoyed it. The MS Battery, which is the name of an actual ship. This is a deduction style game, and you actually have this 3D ship, and you're moving these people up and down the ship trying to figure out, kind of like Clue. The ship is really cool, but honestly, it's a detraction from the game because it's hard to see everything. There's a lot of different special characters. There's a lot of different things they can do. It's a deduction game that honestly just has too much going on in it. So I liked it okay, but it didn't get the approval seal from us because it just too much going on. The Alamo Remembered, Pralaya, The Last Victory, 30 carats. Well, this one has 144 ratings, 30 carats. Everyone is hiding their goods, and you get a secret valuation card and gemstones, gold nuggets. Oh, so you start with some stuff, but then you find out how much it's worth, and then you're trading it back and forth. Ooh, I like the concept of that a lot. I'm wondering if this one ever came out in English. No, it doesn't look like it did. It came out in 2013. Huh. So you're making a transaction around the table, but not knowing the value of everything. Z reviewed it 3 years ago. Well, there you go. It looks cool. All right, Kung Fu Samurai and Giant Robot Island. See, this is a game that many of you may not have heard of. This is from Steve Tassi, the designer of this game. And Z-Man Games published this, and this is part of a series of games that were made, the B-movie series. This is the third game in them, and each of these, you just made ridiculous movies. These are not great games. We're talking Munchkin-style games, and you're just putting different people in movies, and you can mix the movies. They have ridiculous names, and this one had one of those. So I liked it a lot when I first played it, and it kind of petered out for me because once the humor is gone. King of New Tokyo. Oh, this is the version of the popular classic Monster Brawl game using only the components from a piece pack. A piece pack is a bunch of components and you can make games with them like tiles and cards and stuff. Are you kidding me? Why would I do this and not just play King of Tokyo? Weird. Dino World. This is a Haba game here. Let's see. It's been a few years since I played this one. And you're playing cards on the table, and why is this one not ringing a bell? I know I've definitely played it, and it's for kids, and it's about dinosaurs, and it's fantastic. And wow, that is about the extent I remember of this game. And I played it last summer. Did I play a different Dino World and rank the wrong one? I don't remember that game at all. Well, I'll have to look it up later. Hey, another Magic the Gathering dual deck. Castle Keep. Well, this one has 735 ratings. This here is from Richard Reese, Game Right Games. Wow, this kind of looks cool. So you're raising your castle, raising the enemy. Oh, I like how this one looks. You make these different walls with tiles. Definitely has a kid feel to it, but I do like the artwork. When did this come out? 2005. Huh. I've never seen this game. It obviously doesn't have great ratings. With that many people ranking it, it's pretty low on the list then at 10,351. Fury of the Clansmen, The Battle of Raffia, Pigment, Monkey Temple, My Word. My Word's a game from Reiner Knizia. It is a game in which you're flipping cards over. You have a bunch of cards like this with different letters. Sometimes these are wilds. And you're just shouting out words and grabbing the cards that are in the word that you shout out. And that's it. There's a My Word Junior too. And I played it. I liked it okay. And it got old really fast. Thus my rating lowered quite a bit. Tricky Bid. Mandarin. This is from Mattel. A bunch of different... Oh, that's a pretty cool plastic thing in the middle of the board. It looks like it's almost all of it. Oh, paper money. Oh, I don't know. Little tiles. Looks okay. Interesting. All right, cool, I guess. Then we have Monopoly Nostalgia Wooden Box. So this is obviously a version of Monopoly that comes in a wooden box. Maybe you have this version of the game. Now, I do remember seeing this sold in the stores, I guess. I think they were trying to push this whole nostalgia thing. I don't know that I want to play Monopoly with the nostalgic pieces. Wouldn't I just want to play cool, the newest Monopoly, if I want to play Monopoly at all? Alrighty, Grand Prix, Secrets of the Sea. Secret of the Sea. Oh, it's a Reiner Knizia game. He makes a lot of small games people don't know about. This one from Playroom Entertainment and Schmidt-Spiel. Different items and cards. I do like how that looks there. That looks pretty cool. You get aside from much risk. Watch out for sea monsters. Excitement guaranteed. I like that line there. All right, Big Manitou. This came out in 2005. I reviewed this about a decade ago. You're going to play cards and try to win them over. Oh, that's right. Depending on what cards you played, they kind of flowed into each other. And I thought it was okay. Zombicide 2nd Edition. Will that come out this year? We'll have to wait and see. Swamped, Ports of Europe, Ruthenia, Hero Master, an epic game of epic fails. Savage Planet, The Fate of Phantos. That's 2018. Huh. That's some cool artwork, I think. Let's take a closer look at the box. Yeah, I like how that looks. Man, this looks very Kickstarter-y, I guess, but I don't remember it being on Kickstarter. A tableau building game from Darth Rimmer. Darth Rimmer and Travis Watkins. Is Darth Rimmer he's a toy maker and artist living in LA. Alrighty. I've not heard of that game. Alrighty, then Gravediggers. Now, Gravediggers has 340 ratings here. It was bank robbers at one point. It's a hidden information bluffing and deduction-like game. So let's see. This is a picture from the Gravediggers version. And that looks like the Mafia version. So who made this game? Piatnik. Oh, Reiner Knizia. Well, we're seeing a lot of... Yeah, people don't realize how many games Dr. Knizia has designed. It is more than a few. Alrighty, The Terrifying Girl Disorder. I'm almost afraid to click on that one. It's a brain set collecting game. When a game ends, the player who has played the most cards of a certain girl becomes that girl. Each girl has a different way of scoring, so you need to adapt to the other player's play rapidly. This is in which girls around the world start manifesting supernatural powers, and they are more or less treated as threats to humanity. Well, the game actually sounds interesting. Very anime for sure. And they all score differently at the end. That's intriguing to me. Huh. Well, that's fascinating. I wonder if the game's interesting. I mean, the name is weird. It's Kuro. It's from Manifest Destiny. Kuro also did the Ravens of Three Sahasri, which is rated pretty highly. Rent a Hero and Unicornus Knights, which I've played. Alrighty, this might be one I would give a whirl. Alrighty, Iron Sky, the board game. I didn't know Iron Sky had a board game. Well, who made it? Revision Games. This looks like it's based on, is this based on the movie? Huh. I have never seen this game in my life. It looks like a cool game. Looks like a Kickstarter style game. In 1945, Nazis went to the move. In 2018, they came back with a vengeance. So it's set in 2018, even though the game came out in 2012. Happily, the Nazis did not come back from the moon. This is from Revision Games. What else has Revision Games done? This is their only game. Well, what about the designer? It's his only game. Huh. Well, it's from Finland. All right, Get Nuts. This is 2011. This is from David Osluz, so he's made games people have heard of before. Panic Station, Dark, Darker, Darkest, Rogue Agent, and Dreamscape. But interestingly enough, this one doesn't really kind of match those at all. It's more of a silly game. Well, I mean, that's how it looks anyway. From White Goblin Games. Interesting. Then we have some war games here. Another Magic the Gathering Dual Dork Battle Force, which is a mech battle tech thing. Clue Express. I thought I played Clue Express at one point. Maybe no, I didn't. This is they were making a bunch of these Hasbro games in small versions, and we had Monopoly Express and things like that. So here you can play. I wonder if Clue Express is better than Clue. Well, it's not rated very highly. The weight is really low, though, 1.55. Black Seas, Avalanche, The Invasion of Italy, Coin Quest. Coin Quest got a bum rap, I think. Also, the component quality is not great. This is from R&R Games. Coin Quest is a game in which you were pulling coins from a bag, like a deck building game. It's very, very simple, just trying to get coins and points and things like that, and bid for different lots here on the board. I like the concept a lot. I thought the game was fine. If the component quality had been better, it probably would have done better. Here's a Warhammer 40k Speed Freaks faction. Strange Vending Machine. I believe this is... I thought I saw someone playing this at a convention. I like the concept of this. The vending machines. I just think vending machines is a fascinating device from Soso Studio. Cool. And let's see, we're almost to the end here. We got 3 games here that I have played. So before we do those, let's take a look at the one I haven't. This is Bermuda from Hook. This is Mermaid Cards. It's a really pretty little game here. That's certainly one to check out, I guess, in the future. I keep saying this. I don't know if I ever will. All right, so let's take a look at the 3 ones. We got Conex, Grave Business, and V-Wars. Conex, I do remember, it sounded really cool. Like you were going to play these cards, and you had to stick them on the corners of other cards. See how that looks? It looks awesome. It is random and just not a good game. Grave Business. This is from Minion Games. This one I actually liked. I didn't like a lot of the Minion games, especially their early games. But in this one, you're sending people out to the graveyard to get different body parts. It has very silly artwork and stuff, but it was a pretty neat game as you sent the workers out to get and build zombies or Frankensteins or whatever. V-Wars is by Rob Daviau. This game did not take off, and I think maybe part of that was the production. I thought it was good, not great. It's, based on the comic book of V-Wars, and so it's kind of this troops on a map style thing, and the board is red as all get out for sure. And I guess it just did not take off. There's very few ratings or comments in here at all. Maybe it's the IDW production. Well, there you go. That's another 100 games. Thanks so much for watching, folks. If any of these games caught your eye or some that you know and love and want to share with other people, mention those in the comments below. Until next time, I'm Tom Vassell, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. See you later.